Hey guys, it's John Tom from Total Brohammer here, and today we have some Norsca action. So, we've got some early access here, guys. Get ready for to see all the new DLC stuff. A lot of great stuff happening. Be prepared to see some faction overviews and how they changed the meta videos by me and Sakarma. We're gonna play a bunch of games and test out a bunch of strategies and see how the new factions stand up now, and how the old factions stand up with their new regiments that are now. But today I'll be fighting Turin as a vampire account, and I will be Norsca, of course. So let's go over some army compositions. So, I have a front line of Marauder Berserkers, 3 of them in total, one being the Brutes of the Hound. And Berserkers, let's go ahead and take a look at them real quick. So, looks like they are immune to psychology, they have frenzy, and they also have a mechanic called Berserk, which gives them physical resistance and melee attack, and gets stronger as it keeps on going until they finally rampage. Now, all the units on the Norscan Marauder, all the Marauder units at least, have a version of that. The rest of them have Rage, which is basically just a lower buff, I would guess you could say, or maybe not even lower, because that plus 8 leadership, yeah, it's definitely a lower buff, but they have this, so the longer Norscan troops fight, the stronger they get, which is really cool here. We also got the Brutes of the Hound here, who are indeed unbreakable, so also very cool there. So I got my idea here. I got front line that can hold and kill fodder, some Marauder Berserkers and 2 Marauder Champions. I've got Throgg who has anti-large and decent stats, as well as a Frostbite trait, and the Frostbite trait actually gives a 36 speed debuff. And then I have a back line that can just do a lot of anti-large damage. So I got some Marauder Javelins with Marauder Hunter Javelins here. The cool thing about these guys is they are one of the few, if not the only, unit that has ranged anti-large. So they have a bonus versus large of 15 on their missiles. So they're going to get 15 extra armor-piercing damage when fighting large, which is pretty great. I've also got one familial Balefiend of Fire with Piercing Bolts of Burning, and Sword of Flame and Sword of Wrath and... the hell? Sword of Flaming Ruin? Oh jeez. Flaming Sword of Ruin. Alright, there. So we'll be able to get some fire damage, which will be good against anything on the vampire accounts roster that can regenerate, and of course it also grants magic damage. Now I've also got the Maws of Savagery for some anti-large. Looks like they do indeed have an anti-large bonus of 30, so these guys, whew, yeah, 30. They've also got Frenzy, they have Regeneration, Immune to Psychology, lots of good stuff on this guy. They are weak to fire, but they do have a physical resistance. I've also got 2 Marauder Horsemen over here, and just for some mobile armor piercing damage here. So let's go look at Turin's army real quick. Oh, one more thing. I have some Norscan Warhounds back here for that, and they are just going to do a little flanking action here. Alright, so let's go over Turin's army real quick. We got a standard vampire loadout here. We got 5 zombies, including the Tithe in the front, the Sternsmen, some Graveguard, 3 Skeleton Spearmen, 2 Terrorgeist, and the Red Duke up here. He's also got a Banshee and the Claw Nagash, which if you look at the Claw Nagash here, it's actually been nerfed. It now has to be in melee to cause damage, which I think is a good thing, because this thing slows everything around it, so it can just kite around and make the vampires like very kitey, which I really don't like, so I like that change. But let's see how it goes here, guys. Norsca against the vampire accounts. I haven't seen this in a long time, and it is great to be back. Let's get a cinematic shot here of these berserkers running into these zombies. Oh yes, look at the lines. Ah, yeah. Glorious, glorious. Alright, so we're immediately going to start teeing off on the Claw Nagash here, and you can see some volleys from these guys have just done 25% damage. Here comes the Red Duke. We're going to be throwing a bunch of javelins his way. He's going to be summoning some zombies, moving the Maws of Savagery over this way in case he wants to be throwing down the Duke anywhere. Over in the front line, it looks like the Brutes of the Hound and Champions and Berserkers are doing a good job. I honestly sent these Norscan Ice Wolves way too far around, but that's okay. Gonna drop a Piercing Bolts of Burning right here, and just shooting these Terrorgeists in their large with my anti-large over here whenever they show up. So I'm gonna send Throgg and the Maw Savagery after this Terrorgeist, seeing that's on the ground. And here comes the volleys in from these. Oh my god, look at that damage. The anti-large is great. Now, one mistake I did make in this battle, I should have sent my Familiar Balefiend after this Banshee, as he does melee damage, magic damage, and he's a decent melee combatant. So he's gonna go after my Terrorgeist here, so I'm gonna have all these guys turn around and start shooting at this Terrorgeist, because if he's out in the open and we can get good shots on him, he will not last long. As you can see, Turin is summoning zombies in my back line here, and as well as skeleton warriors actually. I'm doing a pretty good job with those Terrorgeist charge and the Duke, as well as the Claw and the Gash. These berserkers are not holding up so well. I'm gonna send in these Norscan warhounds to try to get in on this guy and kind of pin him in, but we run into like three Grave Guard right there, which completely muffs us up. Throgg is in here, and now he popped a invocation on the head to keep his Terrorgeist and his Claw and the Gash alive here. As you can see, he's doing a great job at keeping these zombies, stopping my Javelin men from firing, but we are getting some good damage, and Throgg is just a beast. He does indeed have an anti-large bonus of 28, so he's, and regeneration, so he's not going to be nice to these Terrorgeists. As you can see, another great hit there. And my Marauder Horsemen are just going all over the place. I'm trying to keep them from overextending, but it can be a little bit difficult sometimes. So these Skeleton Warriors were actually doing pretty good work against these Marauder Javelins, but thankfully they have died off. And I'm just moving my Marauder Javelins around because I am not interested in wasting my time with these zombies. He's going to dive in on Throgg. I'm going to have all my Javelins turn and shoot at his Lord. He was not moving at the moment, but now he is, so I'm going to have to switch all my fire over to this Claw of Nagash here. My Berserkers, it looks like we have won the right flank, so I'm going to be sending these Marauders around behind and having these Berserkers come in to help. I sent my Mauls of Savagery out here just to do a little bit of regeneration, but Throgg is being gooned by these two Terrorgeists, so I need to get him in here. I'm going to drop a Flaming Sword of Ruin over here, which is going to just increase the damage that all these guys are doing, so that's pretty great. Yeah, they're going to be doing a lot of damage, not to mention fire damage. So now that these two Terrorgeists are getting on Throgg and they're alone, they're actually beating his ass, but with the Mauls of Savagery, with the fire damage coming in, Throgg and the Mauls of Savagery are going to start doing really good damage on him. As you can see, I have the Marauder Horsemen going after this Claw and Nagash. It's going to run right into all my Javelins, having nowhere else to go, and it's going to be absolutely destroyed. Now Throgg and the Mauls of Savagery are doing really good damage against these Terrorgeists, and now that the Claw and Nagash is out of the way, I'm going to have these Marauder Horsemen start throwing their axes into this Terrorgeist, and as you can see, he is not long for this world. He's getting absolutely wrecked. I'm going to pull back my Javelins a bit, and then have them turn around and fire. Since they are on guard mode, they will try to fire despite being engaged in melee. As you can see, they're doing really good damage right there. He's going to jump on my Marauder Cavalry right here as we throw even more axes and just the ranged power. He's not able to shut down my range, and Throgg is just a beast in melee, so as you can see, Throgg is just not being nice to that Terrorgeist. That Terrorgeist is not doing well at all. The Red Duke is going to get some free hits on him as he tries to chase after that Terrorgeist. He's going to bring that Terrorgeist right back down, and Throgg is going to start beating up on him. But the Red Duke is no joke. He's beating Throgg's ass, but at this point, we've got the Berserkers and the Champions have gotten rid of enough of this army that my my ranged units are just able to take out the rest. And we'll go ahead and speed up while we just get rid of these zombies here. So the fire damage, the ability to cut through fodder, and some ranged units that can actually defend themselves from zombies make Norsca, at first glance, a pretty good faction against the Vampire Count. So, you know, that's just one game there, and the meta is remain to be seen. So, but yeah, first game, beat the double Terrorgeist with Norsca. So very interesting here. So let's go over the armies here. It looks like Throgg got 25 kills, did a lot of damage to the Terrorgeists. I absolutely love the Marauder Javelins in this matchup. They did absolutely fantastic. Same thing with the Marauder Horsemen. The Norscan Warhounds and Mauls of Savagery didn't do too much, but the Mauls of Savagery did get some good damage in on those Terrorgeists near the end there. My front line was able to get through that fodder pretty quickly and just be pretty survivable. Not to mention the Marauder Champions with their armor also doing pretty good there. Although maybe it would have been better to just go all Berserkers, seeing how overall they had about the same or more health but more kills, and would have probably been able to get through the fodder faster, as well as having costing less. So that's a possible choice there. I really like Throgg and the Famir Balefiend of Fire here. You can get him on Banshees, which I should have done, but I did not. As for Turin's army, I like it. He's just got this big old holding force, the draining effect of the Claw and Nagash, and the two Terrorgeists and the Red Duke. Very powerful before this, but it looks like Norsca may have the tools to deal with something like this. Anyway, guys, very good game to Turin here, going as Danger Zone. And I'll be sure to leave a link to his channel in case you're not already subscribed to him, which I'm fairly certain you are if you're subscribed to me. But also I want to thank Turin for hosting the Ever-Chosen Invitational. It was a ton of fun. Played my best, but I messed up in those last 3 games and lost to the mighty Gobble King. No shame in losing to Gobble King. He's a very good player and a good friend of mine. But yeah, it's going to be all for this one, guys. Stay tuned for more early access videos. Bye.